Now I'm painting on some basic mixtures of color. I started with yellow and red, each time adding a little bit more of red, from yellows and orange to a deep warm red.
Don't care, you're crazy, it's perfect. Shaky and I'm slurring, 'cause I'm nervous. It's you.
I will do the same with yellow and blue, then I will gradually add more and more yellow to get a bright green. Then I will combine red with blue, gradually adding a little bit more of red. If you notice, this color appears quite dark or simply bright, but you can get the right tone by adding a little bit of white.
Blurring all the lines, been going from another we push should get back. Been losing my mind, like being lost in your blue eyes. All my plans reversing. You know that it's working. You're working. Don't care, you're crazy, it's perfect. Shaky and I'm slurring, 'cause I'm nervous. It's you. It's you. Oh, you. The second I saw you, I'm nervous that it's you. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous that it's you. I'm just saying, I can't ignore you. I'm not playing. Might mess up and fall for you. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm nervous that it's you. Oh, you, that it's you.
I will start mixing everything else with burnt umber. So as I explained before, you can get different earth colors using burnt umber by just adding red, blues and green in right proportion. For this exercise, I mixed burnt umber with yellow and gradually added more yellow. So now I added burnt umber with red and then moved on to ultramarine blue to get a dark brown, moving with slightly grey blues. So by using these simple 4 colors, you can make many more colors. Now I'm going to start a new exercise where you will have to add little bit of white in your primaries till you get the lightest tone. Make sure your brushes are very clean each time you move on to a new color. The point of making this sample sheet is to get a feel of paint before you dive into a painting. You get a feel of how different pigments react to each other and how the colors look. You can get a real world example of what colors you are capable of creating. And this is only the basic, only what a limited palette can do. There are plenty of other pigments which can widen your color range even more, and you can produce a whole new creative palette because those colors are not in this palette which I'm teaching right now. Right now I'm focusing on a white and burnt umber. Hey guys, I'm going to explain you the color wheel. First you have to draw your primaries as shown in the video and then blend the colors together. But make sure to keep your basic primaries the same. Before you begin painting or any form of art, it's very important to know the basic principles of color theory. Color plays a huge role in overall mood or feel of a painting, as color or combinations of different palettes on a color have the power to deal with emotions. Red, yellow and blue are the three main primaries which you will find in a color wheel. They are the basics of all colors in a color wheel. When two primaries are combined, they produce a secondary color. Green, orange and purple.
You don't even know me like that. Are you pressed for time? Put you in my mind. Come a little closer like that. Staying up all night, throwing drinks back. Blue eyes smiling while you're cursing. I admit it's working. You're working. Don't care, you're crazy, it's perfect. Shaky and I'm slurring, 'cause I'm nervous. It's you.
Now I'm going to show you the opposites of all three primaries. The opposite of yellow is purple, which has a violet kind of shade. So I painted my shade yellow plus purple, which I get a result of a warm brown. Then I did the same for red. The opposite of red is green, so I mixed red plus green, which I get a result of a cooler and greener brown, which can be adjusted to a warm brown. The opposite of blue is orange, so blue plus orange we get brown. Now some of these browns which we got can be used for trees, skin tones, landscapes, and even more. You can continue to alter each color by adding red, yellow, or blue to make the achieved colors darker, warmer, or cooler brown. Now that we have a very basic foundation and understanding of paint, and we have already mixed some colors, now I'm going to explain you color temperature. The color on a color wheel are divided into two categories. Warm will be referred as red, orange, and yellow, and cool colors are mostly blue, greens, and purple. Warm colors tend to pop forward in a painting, making them good for rendering objects in the foreground. Cool colors tend to recede, making them best for distant objects. Warm colors convey excitement and energy. Color temperature also communicates time of the day or season. Warm corresponds with afternoon and summer, and cool conveys winter and early mornings. Now that we have a very basic foundation and understanding of paint, and we have already mixed some colors, just to show an example of even more possibility of mixing colors and how you can get different tones by just adding little bit of paint. I'm going to mix some greens just to show you the color temperatures and tones that you can achieve. So first I went with deep green by simply mixing blue and red. Then I added little bit of red. You can write down the names of colors so that you remember them in future. Then you can add some more red. Then you can add little bit of yellow. To see, when I say little bit, it should be less than a drop. Then I added even more yellow to give that to get this different nature. When I say nature, it simply means the temperature of color to give the warmer look. Then I added little bit more of red, blue, and yellow. Now in this exercise, I'm going to do the same thing but with pink and purples. So I'm going to mix red with white. Then I will add later to the same color little bit more white and just a little bit of blue to get that tone. So I get this very nice pink color. Then I will add some more titanium white to the same color, and then a little bit of yellow. So when I say little bit, it just means a half of a drop or just a tiny drop. Then again a little more red and yellow. How we get a little bit of different colors by just adding a tiny drop of primaries to get all this cool and warm colors depends all on you. But yeah, you have to keep note of all these colors, and it's best if you write down. Now I will show you the same exercise with blues. First I will mix blues and little bit of yellow. Then I will add white, and again I will add a little bit of yellow. Then I'll paint my sample. Then I will add the same thing again. Then I will add some yellow, again a little bit more of yellow. And yeah, each time you get a different color, color your sample piece. Then some titanium white, then some burnt umber, and then a little bit more of yellow and red, right? So when I say little bit, you have to just a tiny dot of color, you can say. Then yellow and red gives you orange, so you will get a brown which looks closer to orange kind of.